Hello everyone, Draken84 here and welcome back to another Landlordia Landlord video. So, baby is asleep, I'm done with calling my mom. My phone is actually broken, my microphone doesn't work, so I called her through my laptop. Also works. It's great to live in the future. Anyway, we're on a win streak of 3, that's great. Sometimes that just happens and I am happy to be here for it. So, we're just gonna see if we can get some nice things going here. I'm definitely not picking any of those up. But as long as we pick up at least some things, we should be fine. It's kind of a gamble to pick up those keys, especially if you're going to pass up on lockboxes. But I think this goal should be very important for us. I'm gonna grab the lucky capsule because almost every rare that we could get is just going to be better than a void fruit. A lot of them are even going to be better than 2 value symbols. No Midas, no Midas, no Midas, no Midas, no Midas. Honey, that's fine. Right, this early on, this is just a fine thing to have. We're definitely making it, so we're not worried. Right, the blue pepper is definitely helping us, and we're gonna pick up some 2 value symbols in order to get ahead. Yeah, let's skip on this as well. We're a little bit low on symbols, but given that we have a blue pepper, that's actually not that worrying right now. Wine is going to be a 3 value symbol. Lockpick is definitely not what we need. I'm gonna pick up Maxwell the Bear. We have a honey, and worst case, we're just going to replace our honey with another 3 value symbol. We need symbols, so I'm gonna grab a banana. It shouldn't be too bad. Light bulb is going to remove itself eventually. But we're getting close to not having 3 open spots anymore, which could become a problem, maybe. That will cost us, but we have made this rent. Yeah, and we're gonna have to fill up the board right now, so that's fine. We're basically going to lose our pepper. This is bad. I'm gonna reroll. We need something good. I don't think we can get away with a Matryoshka doll. Maybe we can. We're just not doing that well. And if we are turning off the blue pepper, I don't think that's an option. So we're gonna go with this. I want to grab some bears, so I'm gonna grab the adoption papers and I'm gonna adopt a bear if I can. No, there are no bears up for adoption. That's fine, we'll get there. 19. Right, grab another 2 value symbol. Could have gone for the sloth. Would definitely have been the pick if we had picked up the checkered flag, but we didn't do that. I'm actually going to calculate because I realize that I've not been paying perfect attention here. 150 minus 63 divided by 4, that's 22. That puts us a little bit ahead, so that's good. We definitely need some treasure chests or whatever. 24, yeah, that's good. Target is fine. We're gonna remove it with the arrow at some point. 21, that's actually a little bit too low. But none of these are going to help. I think we should be fine. I'm calculating once more. 150 minus 106 divided by 2. 23. Yeah, we're actually a tiny bit behind, which I hope isn't a problem. 22. That's a little bit too low. Oh, if we don't make it here, I'm gonna be devastated. This should be enough. Yeah, 28. All right. Yeah, we really needed the bronze arrow to hit something relevant. We're very close to having a diamond though, so it should be good. Adoption papers essence, I mean, I'm gonna grab the pool ball essence. That's actually going to help us make rent. Let's grab a rain because it's a little bit better than a 2 value symbol. We're gonna grab Caldekernet because it's going to help us a tiny bit, and then remove the coin. I hope these keys aren't going to be a problem. 26, that's fine. I still think we would need 34 every spin. I'm gonna grab another target and hope that we're gonna get it. 34, that's good. That's definitely what we need here. I'm actually calculating right now because we are Yeah, I mean, we were a little bit in trouble. Oh, equals, yeah, divided by 5. 33 every spin. Ugh. Yeah, we need we need something good to get hit with the bronze arrow. 39, that's actually enough. And given that that's enough, then we are actually not in that much trouble, because this was kind of an average spin. I mean, we're not grabbing a bar of soap here. That's not helping us. 30, that's more what I expected. I'm gonna grab a milk and hope that the cat drinks it. Maybe, that's probably bad. 30. Alright, I'm grabbing a rain. Just do something good. Oh no, oh no, oh no. 34. I'm not even going to calculate what we need, because we really don't have any way to influence that. In theory, we could go for a dwarf or a miner, right? We have a big ore, but that would be bad. Dwarf could drink our wine, and if we are very lucky in the short term, that could give us some money, but I don't think that's likely to give us something. I think we're likely to make it, but this could go a lot of ways. Yeah, this is good. 40, that's enough. Alright, we actually needed 35. And now we need to make 300 somehow. I'm gonna grab a 5-sided die. Frying pan is just not an option for us right now. Quickly the wolf, we don't have the setup for it. I'm gonna grab the small symbol bomb and hope for something great. I'm gonna reroll rabbit fluff, beehive, I guess. Then we just remove. We can't remove the flower, so remove the cherry, I guess. Can't remove the cat. Don't want to remove the keys. Yeah, just remove a random 1 value symbol. No, arrow, what are you doing? 31. It's not even close. Bartender. I don't believe bartender is an option here. Yeah, we need 44 every spin and we're not close. So I don't know what's happening. 33. Yeah, none of these options help us even a little bit. We need this arrow to hit both of the targets in this rend cycle. I think that's the only way we are even remotely getting there. The milk was probably a mistake as well. Do we grab a sapphire? We're already on 27 symbols. There's no way we're doing that. Well, at least you're getting 2 videos, 2 runs in this video. 58, that's good. That was definitely the basics of what we needed here, right? We get a honey. 50. Yeah, but that's just too late. Yeah, there's no, it's impossible for us to make it at this point. Well, it is what it is. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I don't think the lucky capsule was a mistake. I don't even think the keys were a mistake. Maybe the bananas, but there just weren't enough 2 value symbols for us to take. Right? We never saw any ways to pick bears or whatever, so I'm just gonna retry. I feel like we're gonna make it here. I'm gonna grab a coal. Anchor. Anchor can definitely get you out of a bind. I'm gonna grab the 3-sided die. The second skull could actually get us the achievement if we find the time machine, but I mean that's just not the most likely thing, and I really want to win a run right now. Treasure map, right? None of these are likely to get us money, but treasure map could definitely do that. We're doing fine right now. Yeah, that run just didn't work out. I'm gonna grab an urn. It's pretty easy to remove. 13. All right. Yeah, we're doing fine. Definitely not picking up a second urn. 15. Alright, yeah, we've made this rent. Well, 2 value symbol is definitely where it's at. And we're grabbing the grave robber over the Landlord rabbit because we have grabbed an urn and, well, we've made our bed. Now we gotta sleep in it, even though Landlord rabbit has a much higher ceiling than this. 17. But now we're grabbing a normal urn and we are Well, we're basically free rolling for a while, so that's good. Definitely don't want the Hex of Destruction. 31. Yeah, we're grabbing a target because we do need two value symbols. That basically opens up Robin Hood for us. And given that we're ahead in the short term, grabbing another call should not be a problem for us right now. So yeah, that's good. And there's the first rabbit fluff. Yeah, I mean, Watering Cannon, Conveyor Belt just don't do anything. I'm gonna grab the Cursed Katana. I mean, they can do something, and I have used them to good effect in some specific situations, but right. Cursed Katana just could be good for us sometimes. 23. Right, there's our first diamond. Picking it up on the first spin really does give you options, so that's good. My baby keeps on making small noises. It took him a long time to fall asleep, so I don't know. Maxwell the Bear Essence is one of the things that we were hoping for in the previous run, but definitely not anymore. I'm just gonna grab a happy hour. I don't know if it's going to come into play or not, but it's what I'm doing here. Toddler is not really relevant anymore. Sorry, Toddler. Love you, but you're not my pick today. Chemical 7. And we have our treasure map to use right now. I'm not gonna grab another target, but getting a random rare should be good, usually. Sun. You know what? We have a rain, we have a flower. I'm gonna grab a sun. It's very rare for the sun to really pay out in the long run. Alright, I'm also grabbing a Robin Hood because we have 2 targets. And I think... Alright, there's also a lot of ways to make Robin Hood better, so I think we're fine here. And we're getting very good short-term payouts. We're definitely ahead right now. We're 2 rent payments ahead in the short term, so that's good. There's a rabbit. Great for Nori the rabbit, which we're not getting. Shrine. I'm gonna grab the egg carton. I should probably remove the coin right now, but we're not in a hurry. We're still doing fine. Alright, let's just remove the coin. We've steamed through the early game and we're already at the point where we were a second ago. Just all of our options have just been miles better. We're very close to having our second diamond. Right there I grabbed a buffing capsule over a void fruit, and I think that was actually the wrong option, but it's fine. We're here. There's our egg for the egg carton, that's great. Let's fill it up. We haven't seen a second ninja yet, but eventually we will. Let's grab our third rabbit. Well, the second rabbit is the third rabbit related thing. Right, we're paying 300. Ricky the Banana is not happening. I'm just gonna grab the Lime Pepper Essence. That's what we're doing here. Moon? Fine. Coin on a string. We've already removed our coin, but I mean, Purple Pepper could be better, but I don't know. I think both are fine here and unlikely to be great, but it's fine. Maybe we get another rabbit from the item capsule. We need to make sure that we are still making what we need. It's very easy to fall behind without noticing. Well, at least on the spins where Robin Hood gives money, we're getting what we need. Time capsule, that should be decent, right? Most of the things that we could get back are fine. The bubbles aren't great. The key would be kind of bad. Everything else is good. So let's see what we get. We get a random rare. 46. bartender. Now, we do have the happy hour, but I don't think that's enough to have the bartender around. Tomb is fine. We have a grave robber, so it's not going to stick around, but it's definitely going to help us keep our buffer. And sometimes we're getting really high numbers due to Robin Hood. So on average, I don't know if Robin Hood is okay on average, but he's here. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. So we're gonna grab the Silver Arrow and reluctantly pass on the Ninja. Silver Arrow is so insane, especially, right, Robin Hood even buffs it, even though that's not often going to be relevant. Any other spin, I would definitely have picked up the Ninja, but well, here we go. I'm gonna pick Ninja and the Mouse, Ninja and Mouse, because maybe that's going to come into play. You never know. 72, second egg. Right, our egg carton is now basically an uncommon. That's great. Not picking up another call, let's just keep on getting lucky. 63, second sun. Alright, alright. This is interesting. We have a lot of interesting possible synergies. Not picking up a bee, but I'm at the point where I would pick up a second flower. I'm actually rerolling here just to see if we get a good common, because there's a lot of good commons and uncommons that we want right now. Maybe even more than rares. Although there's a lot of rares that would just make this run. Yeah, I think rares are still better, even though, I don't know, doesn't matter. 61, yeah, we're getting very good numbers. Booster Pack Essence, definitely picking that up. Card Shark is guaranteed rare, and if we find a Dame or whatever, that would be great. I think all three of these are defensible. I'm gonna reroll. Dove is great. Triple coins, I don't want that. Adoption papers could get us a mouse. Fine. Alright, let's pick a mouse. I don't know if it's even good, but it's what we're doing. I don't want a jellyfish. Well, don't know if that was worth it, but I mean, what else were we going to do, right? Grab a coin for +3 monies. 43. We want to trigger the dove. I'm gonna reroll here. Fine. We don't really have any things that naturally trigger the dove, so that's, well, we have the grave robber. And we have very inconsistent payouts, so that's something that we need to think about, right? Because now we have a very high payout. We also have an anchor still. 88, yes, that's insane. But yeah, after that, I mean, we're making 600, but we have some ways to go before we can actually win this run. 64, that's good. Don't want another Robin Hood. I don't think we want a second mouse. I'm not even 100% sure that we want the first one, but we're going to see less and less rares as time goes on, so should be fine. Maybe we get another ninja from the booster pack essence. Alright, we've already made rent. We're basically still 2 rent payments ahead, but I don't know if we're making 777 already. We might be. Geologist, that's definitely what we need here, even though there's a third sun. At what point? If we had a second flower, I think the sun would be it, but I mean, we don't really have anything for the geologist to do. Maybe this is just a flower. The sun. And then just reroll for commons and hope that we get another flower. I think that's it here. I don't know. Oh, these are all bad. I don't know. Alright. We remove the cat now. Yeah, there's nothing the cat does right now. Right, we have a boosted pack essence coming up. 34, that's very low. I'm gonna reroll for a ninja. That's definitely what we were hoping for. That or a flower, of course. 83, that's great. I don't think we want a bubble. No. Right, next spin. $62, I mean that's fine. Yeah, we don't have any keys or lockpicks, so item capsule is fine. Skip. And this is an eldritch creature, I guess. No, or a wild card. Wild card has a much higher ceiling, I guess. Right, we need to feed the eldritch creature and we don't have that yet. I don't know. Maybe the item capsule is going to be a lockpick. I think we need to grab the wild card. But yeah, especially with the silver arrow, that could, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna grab a bronze arrow. I think we have enough stuff that makes that work. Ooh, this flower is going to be good. 15. 63, that's actually low. Alright, I'm gonna calculate 650 minus 364 divided by 5 is... Alright, if we make 58 every spin, then we're making it... we have 32 symbols, so we don't need a random 3-value symbol. Alright, we do have Ricky the Banana, but we already have so many things going on. 57, that's almost enough. 53. Maybe I should have just gone for the... What's it called? The geologist. We're very likely to get money from Robinhood this rent cycle, in which case we're probably making it, but I don't know. 67. Alright, yeah, we're skipping here. Should we remove something right now? We probably should. 72. I think we're making it, but ugh. Or should we just remove Robinhood right now? Now, Robinhood is still on average going to be better than either the Pearl or the Anchor, or even one of the 3-sided dice. I'm gonna remove the Cherry. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. 54. It was enough. I don't know if we're making the next one. Lucky dice is not great. But I don't think Cyan Pepper is likely to give us something, right? I mean, all we have 3 of is the Suns. I'm gonna grab the lucky dice, and Farmer could buff a flower. It's either a farmer or a skip, and I think it's going to be a skip because we only have 1 flower. Yeah, I think the sun over the geologist was wrong. None of these help us. I'm gonna skip. Yellow pepper gives 2 every spin, and I think that's better than a piggy bank. I did the math on this at some point, but yeah, piggy bank actually gives a little bit less than 2 every spin, and it makes it less likely to make the next one. I think this is just better. Ooh, we hit the wild card with the silver arrow. That's going to be a very good spin. 102, that's great. Do we need a Hex of Midas? Right, it's going to help with the coin on a string, but now it's going to make our synergies worse, and it could definitely hurt us once we get around to the Landlord, so that's bad. I need a lot more removal tokens. 83, that's good, that's good. Monkey could eat 2 coconut halves, but then we have Monkey. Makes our build a little bit more consistent, but at what cost, right? Are we really dependent on consistencies? Maybe. I'm gonna grab the Monkey. How big of a mistake is that? 61. We're gonna skip. I'm not even gonna calculate here. I don't think it's worth it to calculate. 71 with the anchor in the corner. All right. Yeah, You know what? I am calculating. I'm just eating myself up here. 700 minus 325 divided by 6. 63 every spin. Maybe we just did everything wrong this run. 71. Flower. That's definitely what we were hoping for. Doesn't do anything, but it's here. Alright, are we grabbing another rain? Yeah, we are. These flowers have to save our run right now. 60. Alright, we're grabbing a void stone. I really don't know what's going to happen here, but 62. Yeah, we're not even close. We need some insane luck. Oh, I should maybe just have aggressively used the removal tokens, but I was still hoping. Is a target going to help us? Maybe. I'm gonna grab a target and hope for the best. This could be enough. Yes, it is enough. Ooh. How are we ever beating the Landlord? Beastmaster is not the worst. Mrs. Fruit is fine. Oh, we have a coconut half. Alright, I'm gonna grab Mrs. Fruit and then... I'm gonna grab the shedding season because there's a chance for that to do something here. There's a baby making noise. That's a little bit... He's already been sleeping, well, just for an hour. 80, that's great. Egg. Come on. Give it to me, baby. 64, that's not enough. I'm rerolling. Omelette, light bulb. None of that does anything. I'm gonna skip. Alright, I'm removing the pearl. We need to get lucky right now. 55, not even close. Can we afford picking up a cherry? I don't think we can, no. Alright, I'm calculating again. 777 minus 242 divided by 7 is 77 every spin. Which puts us pretty much on par by how much we have. And we're gonna have Robin Hood next spin. Who is going to get hit by both the silver arrow and be next to the wild card and stuff like that. So that's going to be good. Maybe. We have 33 symbols. That's just not okay. There were just so many things that could have gone right this run. And they went kind of a little bit right. I just don't think we can afford a cherry right now. Alright. 106. That's good for now. I'm gonna grab a coconut though for Mrs. Fruits. Is that a mistake? I don't know. Because now we're only getting 49. Skip. Just hit me. The wildcard gets hit. 86. We're getting numbers that are all over the place. Mrs. Fruit is not doing her job. 74. Should be kind of enough. I think the big urn is gonna be better than an item capsule here. Alright, the dove did something. 73. I think that we are in a position that if we get numbers like that, then we should be fine. 777 minus 625 divided by 2. If we get 77 twice, then we're gonna make it to the Landlord. I don't know how we're ever winning, but, well, we'll see. Alright, Mrs. Fruit has done a thing. 53. General Zaroff. No, that's not an option. Yeah, now we need 100 this spin. So... We got 100. All right, just getting what we need randomly. I think we need to pick the lockpick essence or the recycling essence. Maybe recycling essence is fine, right? Just aggressively cycle through things and try to find like a chemical 7, another ninja, another flower, I guess. Alright, the spirit is fine. Alright, the rabbit is great. Alright, let's go for that. No, don't wake up yet. We're almost done. 86, that's not enough. There's a flower, we're picking that up. Is that a mistake? I don't know. 53, not even close. Alright, let's reroll aggressively. Don't want the rain. Nope, none of those things help us in any way whatsoever. Alright, do this, yes. That's a good spin. 89, that's not even close. Wow. Alright, removing costs more. We're not gonna do that anyway. 5-sided die costs less, gives less. We get another dud. All of that is within reasonable parameters. But yeah, we're just not getting there. I don't think it's even particularly close right now. No. We need 1000, and for that we need to make like so much. Let's actually calculate just for fun. 1000 minus 386 divided by 5. We need 123 every spin right now. So yeah, this fruit gives less. Yeah, that's fine. So I think we're close to the point where it's mathematically impossible for us to win. Yeah, none of these things help us in any way. Seeds cannot grow, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. 77. That was a really cool run. I think we did decently, given what we could do. Yeah, I know. You want to get out of bed. Coin cannot be destroyed or removed. I was very close to picking up a coin just because, right? What are the odds of it not working, right? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to bother anymore. We are done. Well, it was a fun run. Mrs. Fruit finally decides to do something. 83, yeah, we are not close. Yeah, we were struggling the entire run. The sunflower strategy is really cool, but you really need kind of a thin deck to get there. The ninja mouse synergies could have paid off maybe, but yeah, we were just not getting there. I'm very happy with this run though, right? It kind of makes up for the first failed run, even though we lost 2, of course, which means that we are on 52.9% win rate again. But at least we made a great show of it, and we actually got pretty close to winning. Just it didn't really work. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to grab my baby out of bed. Hope he takes a good nap in the afternoon, and I will see you on the next Lucky Landlord video. Goodbye.